In this video, we are going to compare two web scraping tools, ParseHub and Octoparse. And we are going to compare them based on three criteria: the pricing, the user interface, and in that part I will show you a quick demo, a quick example of how ParseHub is working, how you can scrape a website using ParseHub. And at the end of the video, we'll discuss complex websites, meaning what does it look like when we want to scrape complex websites using ParseHub or Octoparse? Which one is better? Before we jump into our analysis, I have to tell you that my assessment won't be fair, won't be objective for specific reasons. I have been working for Octoparse for over a year, but I've been using ParseHub for 2 or 3 days. Let's start with the pricing of both tools. So ParseHub and Octoparse. Again, regarding the pricing, prices can change over time, so better you check it out by yourself. Monthly billing for ParseHub, so let's do the same thing for Octoparse. There is something common for both tools. They are both freemium web scraping tools, meaning you have access to a free plan and paid plans. It's something they have in common. So let's compare the free plans first. For ParseHub, we have access to 200 pages max, 200 pages per run, and 5 public projects. If you wonder, a project is equal to a task, meaning a web scraping automation. Now for Octoparse, we have access to up to 10 tasks and up to 10,000 data rows per export. So that's 50 times more, and that's twice the number of public projects. And that's only for the free plan. What about the standard plan? $189 for ParseHub and $119 per month for Octoparse. By the way, if you click the link in the description for Octoparse, you have access to a 20% discount. What do we have here? 100 tasks and 20 private projects for ParseHub, so 5 times less. And we can get up to 10,000 pages per run. On the other hand, on Octoparse, it's unlimited. Let's not mention that for now the standard plan on Octoparse is cheaper than the one on ParseHub. Alright, it's done for the pricing. Now what about the user interface? They both look similar. Here we are on ParseHub. If I create a project, I create, let's say, a new project. Let's do it from scratch. And what do we have here? We have access to the preview of our data. On the top right corner of the screen, the visual of the website. And to the left, we have access to the workflow, meaning the different steps our automation will go through before extracting the data. And on Octoparse, it's roughly the same thing, right? We have access to the visual, to the data preview part, and to the workflow. Alright, it is time for a quick demo on ParseHub. Let's keep it simple. We are going to take that URL and extract roughly 50 titles. So I pick up my URL, I insert it here, and I start a project. Boom. Okay, first I have my page and an empty selection. Let's make this selection non-empty. So let's call it, I don't know, the title, because that's what we want to extract anyway. And I can do a point and click, meaning I select the first element, then the second element, and I edit it. I can use a CSS or an XPath selector. Up, I paste my selector. I've already written it down beforehand, and this is a selector for the title. As you can see, it's selecting the title. I can remove the extract URL part, and let's check the extract name instead. It's extracting the text, and if I double check it here, it seems like there is a bug because it's written that I have access to 12 items, which is correct. We have 12 articles per page, but here I only have access to 6 of them and they do not look really relevant. So we will see how it goes. Maybe it's a bug, maybe we have made something wrong. We don't know yet. What's more is that I can also turn on the browse mode in order to remove the cookies, to remove the pop-ups. Now let's create our pagination in order to extract a bit more than 12 data rows, right? So I add an action and I select something. What I'm selecting my next page button. Let's call it this way. Boom. And within my pagination, I click on it. Let's wait for a little bit. Is this a next page button? Yes, it is a next page button. I repeat the current template, let's say 2 times. And within the advanced options, I make sure that uses Ajax is checked. I repeat current template and boom, our pagination has been created. Sounds good to me. I click on get data and I click on run. All that remains to do is to wait for a little bit and see if our final data looks correct. The data is ready. I can download it in a CSV or Excel file. But apparently this run had an empty result file. Let's recheck it again. Get data, run, just in case. The data is ready this time, and for whatever reason, it's not empty. Good. And here is what it should look like. To conclude, let's discuss how to scrape a complex website. So I've taken Google Maps as an example, because Google Maps is a complex website, definitely, for a lot of reasons. You don't have access to a next page button. You have to scroll down to the bottom of the page on a specific part of the website, and within the word Google Maps you have the word Google, which means that you have to go it smoothly, you have to go it slow, otherwise you can be blocked really easily. So for all of these reasons, it's a difficult website. You can scrape Google Maps using Octoparse, and I've already made like different videos regarding the topic. It's difficult to do it, I agree, but it's feasible overall. But when you type ParseHub Google Maps on YouTube, the only relevant result you have access is that one, how to scrape data from an interactive Google Maps or store locator. But the point is that the title deceives us, because scraping data from an interactive Google Map is different from scraping Google Maps itself. And when I click on the tutorial, and if I check the comments, one guy has asked, "Hello, does this work for Google Maps? I get 0 results every time. Can you advise? Thanks." And the answer from ParseHub is the following: "Hello, unfortunately, Google Maps can't be scraped reliably yet. However, blah 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 blah. It was 4 years ago and I verified it really quick, and it seems like the problem remains the same nowadays." This is the end of the video. If you have enjoyed it, you can subscribe. There is nothing else to see. Bye!